Okay. Hello, everybody. We're going to be making a vegan Elvis. The Elvis is that sandwich that he made, or he had made, and liked and enjoyed that was disgusting and full of horrible stuff, mostly bacon. But we're going to make it. This isn't a health food. Definitely not a health food, but it'll be delicious. And I've never made one vegan, so let's give it a shot. We're going to be using at least one banana, maybe two, probably just one. I'm not sure yet. I'll mix in a little bit of maple syrup because the way I used to make it was to mix in a little bit of honey. So in place of honey, I'll use the maple syrup. Obviously some peanut butter. You gotta have the peanut butter. And just some cheap store brand bread. It's vegan, obviously. It doesn't contain anything. And this stuff. Light Life Smart Bacon. Now, I've heard from other vegans online that where they live, it contains egg whites, but where I live, it does not. Can't get that. Try and get that in focus. Well, it doesn't want to focus. There it is. Kinda. But yeah, there it is. I assure you, there are no egg whites at all in this awesome vegan bacon. Now the thing is, the big mistake people make, and I made in the beginning with this bacon, is that I just made it. I just, crisped it up. I think I tried it once in a pan, once in the oven, and once in a microwave. And the mistake I made was it didn't add fat. So for the fat, I'm going to use Earth Balance. Now, I used to buy a cheap store brand from the same grocery store, Giant, as the bread. But recently they started putting milk in their cheap store brand. It was like 99 cents. So I'm back to Earth Balance. And I used Earth Balance for some stuff, and I used the store brand for others before. But now it's just all this because of that. But it's not super expensive, but it is a little pricey, especially if you're on a tight budget every month for food like I am. But, it tastes amazing. It tastes exactly like butter. And you need to fry this like bacon is fried, but you got to add fat because it doesn't have its own fat. Once you do that, it has the salt flavor and the smoky taste, the saltiness. It tastes just like it. I mean, you got to make it disgusting because bacon is disgusting. So we're going to do that. That'll be the first thing we do, actually. So let me get that ready. I don't even have a way to edit videos, which is a huge problem. Maybe I'll try and find one before I post this video. But let me put the camera down and get this package opened up. And then I will... So I'll get this opened up. Not sure if I'll fry it all at once. Sometimes I save a little in a Ziploc bag and make more. I don't know. I'll probably just do it all at once. It depends on my mood. But this is also a great little tutorial on doing the bacon, because a lot of people make the vegan foods wrong. Now the thing with this bacon is you have to be careful because it's really thin and it wants to just fall apart. So what I always do is I start like in the middle and like try and tear that. And if it depends on the batch, I guess, but some of them won't want to come apart at all and they'll just keep breaking apart. What I do is then I'll just put like 3 or 4 at once stuck together on the grill, and then as they warm up they come apart easy. But this batch seems to be okay. And I pull them all apart first ahead of time. That way there's no time lost on, that way there's no time lost on, with the butter, with the Earth Balance in there going, because, you don't want it to brown and burn and stuff. So you can get them all on at once with the Earth Balance at the perfect temperature, ready to fry. You don't get any weird burnt taste or anything like that. It's, you come up with little tips and things as you See, this one's tearing a little bit. Just come up with little tips and things as you go. And I think that's one of the things that people don't understand, like especially newer vegans. They'll, they'll get products and they'll try them, and or people who aren't vegan that are kind of curious and experimenting with it. They don't. You got to get it in your mind that it's just like the animal products you bought. I mean, how many times have you bought something from the store that contained animal products that was terrible, was crap? Plenty of times. I know I bought all kinds of things, frozen or fresh, and they were just terrible, weren't worth it. Or I didn't know how to cook it properly, and it seems like cooking is such an easy thing, but when it comes down to it, it is a set of different techniques, and you got to experiment until you get the results that you want. And this is the best way to make this particular kind of bacon, plant bacon, whatever. But one of the things I always do when there they are, they're all apart now. One of the things I always do when I'm approaching something I never made vegan before that I've had the meat version of, one of the things I always do is I think, like, what were the flavors in that dish? And the flavors don't always necessarily warrant purchasing, a fake meat product or whatever, stuff like that. You can do it with vegetables. I've made green bean tacos and stuff like that before. See, there's Earthbound's brand new, ready to go in my little skillet or whatever. Let me clean this mess up here. Get a spoon. I like spoons the best for peanut butter and butter and stuff like that. Alright, let me grab you guys here. I'll bring you over. So, this is a skillet I use. A little non-stick deal. I live in the RV. Haven't really talked about that yet, but I live in the RV, and, with that is, I could use the gas stove, but then I have to leave and get it refilled, and I'm not keeping insurance on this right now, so the best thing I can do, put a lot in. You'll notice I'm going to put a good bit, because I want it like a nice little pool of earth balance, and it's going to be gross. But when you think about it, bacon, flesh bacon, is gross. It is greasy, and that is part of what gives it the flavor it has. I think we probably got it maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I'm using a lot. But this isn't something I make a lot, and I certainly don't recommend eating it a lot. To each their own. Choose your what do you call it? Choose what you want to do with your body. It's not mine. And a lot of people probably wouldn't even eat what I'm about to make here, but I definitely want to make it. And I haven't had a vegan, and I thought it'd be a cool video to make, so why not? We'll turn her up here. I don't know, probably 325 maybe? I don't know. Hold on, I gotta grab. I keep it in here so the cat doesn't get it. So it stays fur free and all that good stuff. Just kind of move it around and get it all ready to try and keep it. It's not perfectly level there, so it all tends to pull up in certain spots, so I'll have to mess with that too. Oh yeah, I got plenty of butter in here, earth balance. You'll notice I call things by the old, ways of saying them when I was Omni. It's just habit, and get your butt down. You're not allowed up there. Hold on a second. Boba, get down. Get your butt down. You're not allowed up on the counter. He thinks he can do what he wants because I'm distracted. Yeah, there we go. We're getting her going. Nice and disgusting, remember. So we'll take these and lay them in there. And they'll shrink just like, the regular flesh bacon. And as they shrink up, you'll have more room to put some more in. That's how I used to always do it until I learned how to turn the heat down a little. Really just had it up to get it melted quick. You don't want to go too fast with this. Kind of want to simmer a little. And there we go. Kind of tilt some of it back that way. It's getting more uneven, I think, as over time. Because I got it sitting on this plastic foldable Walmart table. I took out the dinette that used to be here. It was like two funky 70s chairs and a little tiny wood table that was like right here. I took all that out and put this here so I could actually have some real room to cook and get an oven and the burner here. It's a little it's messy right now. I don't want to show it, but over there, and I don't have running water in here right now, and I haven't in the year and a half I've been in here. But that's not really an issue. It's easy enough to use a water jug and clean yourself up. But with Germex, I also have what do you call it? Plastic basins to wash things in, and baby wipes and stuff like that. And it's not an issue. Now you can see it's frying up pretty good already. Hopefully the mic on this thing picks up my audio over the different sounds. But who knows? I'm hoping I can get some editing stuff. I don't have the money for editing software right now. It all looks really expensive, and I don't think my PC has Windows Movie Maker. I was looking. I don't think it does. I'm going to have to use another paper plate. That's another way I get around washing dishes and things. I use paper plates. I know they're not the best for the environment or whatever, but... Alright, let me grab a banana. I'll put you right there. Just 1 second. You can stare at my... whatever you want to call it. It's a bottle opener. It was handmade by a drummer of a local metal band. He does blacksmithing on the side. A local craft beer bar I used to go to all the time. They had that. It was one of a bunch that he had, and I don't know, it was really cool. I thought it was really cool, the details of meat and everything, and I don't know. I thought it was neat. It's one of I love things that are handmade. It's what I used to do for a living before I got really sick. I used to weld and restore cars and motorcycles and things like that. And kind of think I might need a second banana. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I should probably just stick with one. If I do a second banana, then it'll be a problem. A little maple syrup in there. Whoa, not too much. That might have been too much. Nah, it's alright. I gotta turn these. See? They're almost good to go already. Oh yeah. And that's the color you want to see out of these for sure. They're getting great. They'll start to curl up more as you cook them. They'll get, see how they're curling? This one especially is curling up because it's right on the heat. So is this one. Doing this one-handed, so I apologize for the quality, but then again, I'm shooting everything on a cell phone and I don't edit at all, so hopefully everything I'm doing is interesting enough, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of want to document it, if nothing else. Alright, so I got this, and I'm going to mash it together. It makes it sweeter, but that's not really the real reason to add in the honey, but this is maple syrup, but the original recipe, they used honey. And you can't tell the difference with maple syrup and anything else. I doubt this will be affected. But the big reason to do it, I think, is to get a more mushy consistency, to get warmed up better. I don't know, at least that's what I think. But yeah, we'll put this, and whoops, I was covering the camera with my fingers. Well, a little soupy. I might add another banana in. Let me grab another banana. Can't have too much mushy banana left over. Just give me a second while I peel it, guys. Alright, I might as well mush this all together while you're in the corner. It's, yeah, we definitely don't want it to be that watery. We want there to be some amount of a potato, mashed potato-like consistency to it. And, that's helpful. I don't want it to be soupy, or it'll come out of the bread, out of the sandwich everywhere, and, like, you know, burn on the grill and stuff, and we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Alright. Alright. So, these are about done. Maybe that one right there isn't, but I'll, so I'm just going to put them here. And I got 2 more pieces that didn't fit to start with, so what I'll do is take all these off here. And I'm not going to put them with paper towels or anything. Now, I probably could use a little bit longer on there. I don't want them to get too crispy. This one's like perfect. That can definitely come off. Look at that. Trust me, it tastes exactly. There's like no light. Exactly like bacon. So good. Put that there. The ones closest to the heat can definitely come off. Oh crap. I can't have my heat and my griddle on at the same time or it'll kick the breaker in the RV itself. It's not rated for that high to be running an appliance and a heater. I let them just stay nice and greasy so they can be like bacon. You might want to drain them. It's not how I roll. Here. If you're going to eat something bad, eat something bad. It's always my motto. And we'll just keep the same earth balance in there that's being nice and gross, and we'll use that. We'll use it for the bread, for the whole sandwich. We're going to assemble it and then we'll fry it in here. I mean, that's why it's called the Elvis. The guy died pretty young. Probably mostly because of the pills, but I don't think his bacon banana peanut butter sandwiches fried in butter helped him much either. He'd eat one at least every day from what I was reading. And there was an Elvis cookbook I was reading not too long ago. And in the Elvis cookbook, it was all these recipes that supposedly Elvis loved, and you know, he either made himself or people made for him. I'm sure people mostly made it for him. He probably had a live-in chef or whatever. And they were all just like the absolute worst recipes for your heart ever. He definitely, he was definitely living it up dietary wise. I guess other ways too, doing all those drugs. Okay, so I'm going to put these off to the side. Assemble the sandwich, and those can sit there and cook, and they can cook with the sandwich. So I'm going to take some bread and put this on the sandwich and some bacon, and then I'm going to put it in there. So here, let me turn you around. You can look at my ugly mug, or part of me, or whatever. I'm going to taste the bananas on it. This bread's kind of crappy. It's not the best, but it's cheap bread. And really, it all tastes about the same. Just falls apart a little easier. Alright, so take this, and I'll put a bunch of the banana, the mashed banana, and the mashed banana maple syrup in there, and see. Can you see? Can you see? It'll slide off if I show you too much. And then we'll take some bacon, nice and greasy and disgusting. And oh yeah, that one's perfect. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do 3 slices. We'll see how that goes. deciding if I want to put another layer of the mashed banana and maple syrup on the top, or just leave it. I think I'm going to try it like this at first. And we'll see how that goes. I'll assemble that, and then I'm going to put it in Ugh. Definitely not going to be able to eat all this. It's getting too greasy for me just looking at it. But I really wanted to make it. It popped in my head. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else make it on YouTube or even talk about it in the vegan community. So I was like, oh, that's a funny idea. Might as well do it. Turn this up a little. It's too low. We'll see if it tastes good or not. The old version, I mean, I had the omnivore version or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, it was a novelty. It was something I think I've made twice, maybe. All that grease and stuff like that isn't exactly something I enjoy on the regular basis, that's for sure. And I'm definitely going to feel pretty gross after I eat this. But, look at that. Wait, we need light. Look at it. Yeah, it's like grossly greasy, but I mean that's what bacon looks like, flesh bacon. And then just taste it. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. It's kind of creepy how it tastes just like it. I mean, it really does. I gotta remind myself that it's not real. Well, I mean it's real, but let me check. Ready for the flip over. Check it out. Any longer it would have started to burn. And I mean, it's super gross. It soaks up all the butter and, you know, check it out. Oh, look at the banana. Oh, the banana. Nice and golden, crispy. We'll get the other side out like that too. And then I'll definitely, this will be the only one I eat. I'll just save the banana for later and just probably make a sandwich with just that or something. And I'll reuse this and make a tofu scramble. I'm going to make a separate video for that and show you guys how to make a tofu scramble. I use Kalanomic salt, which makes it taste just like eggs, and obviously I use Earth Balance again, but not anywhere near like this. I just use a small amount. And I like to do hash browns, and I used to use what's the company called? It's Light Life. Same people make the bacon. They make an apple harvest sausage, but they recently, like a couple months ago, added egg whites into it, and it sucks, which is sad, because I really liked it, and it was my favorite sausage ever. I used to always put it in my tofu scramble, and can't now. So, that really sucks. Really lets me down. I left them a review on their Facebook. I feel kind of bad about it because it's a 1-star review, but at the same time, I want them to understand that there was no reason for them to put the egg whites in it. Because I accidentally ate the egg whites, and it tastes exactly the same. That's why I was amazed that they had changed the formula, and I hadn't even noticed. Oh, look, I lost the banana. It's frying up. Fry, banana, fry. Fry, banana. Alright. Let me get some of that wetness off of there. But that's the other side. I'm going to put it on the plate in a second, and that will be that. Turn it on, turn it off. I'm going to try and get out of here without sliding it through the earth balance that's left. Most of the earth balance was there has been soaked up by the bread. Hope I can eat all this. You know, if not, I can put it in the refrigerator. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Hold on. There we go. Turn the light on. Look at Look at the bacon hanging out. There's the mashed banana and maple syrup. I'm sure the ones Elvis ate were probably way bigger, way thicker. He probably had more than one too, I'm sure. I think it came out pretty decent. Hopefully it doesn't taste too bad. I'm not a big fan of grease, but it looks good. Kinda makes me want to make a grilled cheese, to be honest. Yeah, wish I could get a hold of chow slices. Alright. Go make one if you want to. I'm not responsible for any clogged arteries, although it doesn't have cholesterol, so maybe it wouldn't clog your arteries at all. I'm sure it can't be healthy, though. Elvis. Enjoy your Elvis. Go make it. Go make it. Go make it. Go make it. Alright. See you guys.